Howdy and welcome back to the Shady Acres Woodshop family room, where I'm currently installing the Air Assist module onto my XTool M1. This is the Air Assist I showed in the first video. This sets outside of the machine. Alongside it, it needs to be plugged in and it'll have a tube coming off of it. That tube will connect here to this new part that I've just installed, which actually is pretty darn cool. It installs with it's just magnetic. It just snaps right on there. What I've done so far is removed a cover over here. First of all, I removed the bottom plate of the M1. It has 5 screws, 5 tiny screws. See that tiny little screw? 5 tiny screws like that were holding this in place. So I removed those screws, removed the plate, then I closed the lid and flipped the machine upside down. So it's now, you're looking at the inside bottom of it. This was on here like that before this was installed. This had 2 tiny little screws holding it in place like that. So you take that off, you snap that on. I removed the blade cutting attachment, and like I showed you before with this, it's really cool. It also uses a magnet to hold it in place. You just pull it out of there. Very nice. Then where this was, this cute little brass fitting was here. That one takes tweezers to take out. You can see here tiny little holes. You see those tiny little holes? You put the tweezers in there and you just turn this to unscrew it. It's got threads on the other side. So I removed that and then screwed this piece in its place, this black piece. And there's 2 of these, so I think one's a spare part, and there's actually 2 of these as well. And what the Air Assist does with that tube that's going to connect here and then run around the inside of the machine, that tubing connects to the pump itself and blows air here, and then this keeps the cutting line clean. So when you're cutting or etching, engraving wood or something that has smoke involved in it, this keeps that cutting line clean and gives you a much cleaner cut. Now I'm not going to show all of this because it's kind of intricate and it takes a while, takes me a while. I'm an old guy, as we know. I'm sure some 13-year-old could have this knocked out 20 minutes ago, but so I'm just going to show you step by step when I get a few steps done. See you back here in a little bit. Now I'm about to install the hose tubing to this. I'm puzzled. There's a little white strip on here, and then there's another white strip here, but those are the only 2 white strips, so I don't know if those mean anything. I don't know why they're there. I don't see anything in the manual about why they're there, so I don't know if this end goes here or if the other end goes there. It's a puzzle. Whichever one I do, it's going to be wrong, but to make it easy, I'm going to pull this out and just poke it in there. That's all you do, and it's done. Then you drape this over the back and flip the machine back over again so that the top is up. It's not heavy, but it's awkward, and you don't want to let that lid flip loose. So hang on to the lid. You pick it up off of the tubing. And there we go. We'll see what's the next step. Now we have 5 tube clamps. We have the long one, and these all have 3M adhesive on the back of them, peel and stick. So one of these long ones goes here, over here on the side, over here on the side. 1, 2, 3. That's the long ones. The medium one goes here. And then the 5th one is the small one, and it actually goes on the laser module itself, and that's the last one to apply. So I will get all those installed and bring you back. Okay, I think I've got these installed correctly. I think I know what to do with the hose, and I think I'm glad that I installed those white strips where I did, and you'll see why here. I think the hose comes out, and I don't know if you can see that, I hope you can. Goes at the top of this, and it goes into this clamp with the little white strip at the top. And then This white strip goes here. And into that clamp, and then into this clamp. And then if you don't have the riser, then this hose just goes under the machine. There's no place for it. But because I have that riser with the adjustable shelves, remember that? That has a hole in the side of it. So this comes out of that hole in the side and goes to that air pump. When you don't use the air assist, like for cutting vinyl and that sort of thing, with the blade rather than the laser, then you pull that magnetic air assist nozzle off down here. Okay, now I have it off, and it comes out of here. Take it out of the clamp, run it around here and around here, and then they provide this little holder for it, for that nozzle, and it also has adhesive on it. So put your nozzle in there, mount that holder onto the front here. That keeps the hose up out of the way, and it's no longer connected to this. Just holding that on there a minute so that it grabs. And I cleaned all this inside area here before I glued those on with alcohol. Now that could just come out of there and out of there and get attached back on when you do need it. Okay, now it's time to assemble the riser base. As it turns out, there's very little in the way of assembling the riser base. You got the right side, you got the left side. They each have holes for the feet of the M1 to set in. You have a back plate which just drops in here. And you have a front plate that drops in. And there's nothing holding these four pieces together except the weight of the M1. So now it's just a matter of setting this on top of there. There we go. It's assembled. The assembly of the riser and the air assist is complete. I've routed the hose as they indicate to do, and it comes out over here. Then you plug in your air assist. You don't have to use that all the time, but when you do need it, it's good to have it. Then they provided a place here for the original base plate to go, way down here in the bottom. And you can rest something on here that's now this tall, so you could put something really big in there. Looks like probably 7 or 8 inches tall to get back to the original position of this base plate inside here rather than down here. So that's great, that's a good thing. Then they have this grid, and that can be placed here or here or here. So that gives you 3 positions for different heights for different height things, because you have to be only a certain distance from the laser head. So that's why the adjustable base is really nice. And this base comes with these magnets, and if you think those aren't strong, they're strong little devils. And what you do with those, when you put something thin down on here, like one of those cutting pads for the blade, this is metal, so you can hold down your cutting pad with that, with these magnets, or any other vinyl or paper or whatever it is you're doing. Thin things. So that goes like that. Drop the front plate over, and you're ready to rock. Pretty cool. We have a couple more things to go over, which we'll probably do in another video, and then we'll get to actually cutting something or engraving something. I'm not sure what yet. I had a project in mind. Well, maybe you saw the video that didn't quite work out. I was going to engrave the bottom of that little platter. That didn't work out, but I'll find something to engrave. Let's take just a minute to go over the smoke purifier that I touched on last time. This connects to the M1 via this hose, and you can stretch this out wherever you need it. It is on wheels, which makes it real nice. That just plugs in there. Inside, we have a series of filters. We have a pre-filter here, and it comes with a spare one of these. And then it comes with another filter, and there's another filter in there. I don't know how you get it out. Let's see. Here we go. Oh my. Wow. That's about 8-inch thick filter. That's amazing. Then there's a good sized fan down inside here that sucks the smoke in through that hose and blows it out these vents, all cleaned up and ready to go. This is very well made. It's all metal. Everything fits nicely. And what we have back here in the back is an on-off switch. And then here is a speed control for how fast that fan runs, depending on how much smoke you're putting out. So again, this is used when you don't have access to a window to run that hose out of. You can just run this right in your room. It also has locking casters. I just noticed that. I didn't know they were locking. Cool. They thought of everything. So that's a way to use it inside without access to a window. Really nice. And very well made. It must weigh about 40 pounds. That's a good piece of equipment. I think that's going to do it for this video. Next time, let's try and cut something or etch something or do something. What do you think? So until then, this is Phil, Shady Acres Wood Shop, signing off.